I met two different women. First woman, older African-American woman. I get out of the car, and she comes up to me. She says, "Governor," she introduced herself, gave me her name, and she said, "I just want to thank you for coming to Orange." I said, "Well, thank you, ma'am." We shook hands. That was it. She walked away. The press swarmed over to her, and they asked her, what'd you say to the governor? She said, "Oh, I just thanked him for coming to Orange." They said, "Well, did you vote for the governor in 2009? She goes, "No, I voted for Governor Corzine." "Okay, well, who are you voting for in 2013, if you don't mind us asking?" She goes, "I'm voting for Governor Christie." And they said, well, why are you voting for Governor Christie? And she said, "Because I've lived here for 40 years. And she said, "And that's the first white Republican I've seen on this street in my life." Like, showing up matters. It matters. It's a sign of respect. It allows people to listen. You don't show up, it's not going to happen. The second woman I met, I got out of the car. She had a huge button on her lapel with my face and the International No sign over it. So I firmly put her in the undecided camp. And so she comes up to me, she goes, "You're the problem. You're the problem." And she's yelling at me, pointing her finger at me. And I said, "Why am I the problem?" She said, "You're the problem. You know why you're the problem." I said, "No, I really don't know why I'm the problem." I said, "But how about this? I'm walking 10 blocks this way and 10 blocks back. Why don't you walk with me and you could tell me why I'm the problem?" And I put my arm around her, and we started walking. And she started griping about things, and I started answering her back. And she stayed with me the whole 10 blocks up and the whole 10 blocks back. And we were going in and out of businesses, and I was meeting people and campaigning with the mayor, and the mayor's looking at me like, "What are you doing with this woman?" And so finally, we got back to the car. And we had a really good conversation by this point. And she said to me, "I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to vote for you." And I said to her, "No, you're not." Like we had a nice conversation and everything, "But you're not voting for me, so don't lie to me." And she said, "No, I mean, I'm going to vote for you." And I said, "No, you're not. I don't believe you." And so she said to me, "How can I prove it to you?" And I said, "Give me the button." So she took the button off and she gave it to me. It's one of my most prized possessions from the 2013 re-election campaign. I have this button with my International No sign over my face. You got to show up. Now, what happened in that 2013 campaign? As a Republican who governed for 4 years, I got 61% of the vote for re-election. I won the Hispanic vote in New Jersey, 51% of the Hispanic vote. We won the Hispanic vote in New Jersey. I got 22% of the African-American vote, up from 9% 4 years earlier. And in the race against a female opponent, who was an 18-year Democrat state senator, we won 57% of the female vote. You know, the fact is that this business is complex, but not complicated, right? You just have to work, and you got to listen. And people just want to be treated with respect. And so you need to be smart about what you say and how you say it, the tone of what you say, and you got to go and show people the respect that they deserve. If you think about it, it's no different than this process, right? Iowans do not like people who come in here on a private airplane, land, give a speech in some rally, and then leave. They're like, "Okay, that's fine, but like, when are we going to see you at Mickey's?" All right? Like, when are you going to do that, right? When are you going to serve alcohol from behind the bar at the state fair? When are you going to come to my kids' school? When, like, that's what you want. Why is that important? It's a sign of respect. It's a sign from me to you that your vote matters to me, that your problems matter to me. And when I come there and I listen, that's what makes the difference. And here's what we've got to stop worrying about. Young people are no different on that score. African Americans are no different on that score. Hispanic Americans, Muslim Americans, they're no different. They want to be shown respect by their leaders, and they want to be listened to. And then they want a leader who's going to actually govern and not just pontificate. It's not complicated, everybody. It's complex, but it's not complicated. And the same reason you demand this interaction from us to earn your vote is the same reason any other American wants to try to have attention at whatever level they can get it to earn their vote. That's what I'll do.